Okay, so yesterday we have seen like the child windows concept, right? So how do we get like a window handle, Suman? How do we get a window handle? How to work with child windows, first of all?
We need to get the IDs first in a list,
Yeah,
and we need to eliminate, we need to find out how many IDs, and from that IDs, we need to figure out which one is the parent ID and which one is the child ID.
yeah. So initially, like what we do is before opening the child window, we will get the parent window handle. That means the current window handle that we have. So for that one, we use get window handle. Okay, so before clicking on this link child window one, okay, before clicking on this, if you see before clicking on this link, okay, I use driver dot get window handle method. Okay, so this is where like we are using driver dot get window handle. Okay, and I am getting the parent window handle. And then what I'm doing, I'm clicking on this child window link. Okay, once I click on this child window link, it will open the child window. Now we have two windows here. One is the parent window and another one is a child window. Okay, so now what I will do, I will use driver.getWindowHandles method and I will get a set of strings basically. Okay, these set of strings, sorry, these set of strings are nothing but these are all the window handles. The window handle is nothing but a string. Okay, since we have more than one window, we are using driver.getWindowHandles method to get a set of strings. Okay, now what we have? We have a string which is parent window handle, and we have a set of strings which is, let me execute this one. Okay. Okay, see, this is the before clicking the link child window, this is the window handle. This is a string. Okay, after clicking the child window, I am using get window handles method so that I will get a set of strings. So this is basically the parent window and child window. So if you see, I have the parent window here, and this is same as this one, the first element in this set. Okay, this one. Okay, and I also have a set of string. Now I have to switch to the child window, so I have to get this ID. I have to get this child window ID. So what I have done, I have removed, I used like all window handles, all window handles dot remove method. Remove this parent window. Okay, so if I remove this one, then I will be left with only child window in this one. Okay, now I am left with only this child window handle. So one way to fetch this child window handle, this string, because this is a set basically. Okay, we still have a set here only. So one way is we can convert it to an array list, this set, okay, and then I can use get method. Okay, get of 0. Okay, get method on this one to get the child window handle. Or I can directly use all window handles dot iterator dot next. Okay, iterator dot next to get the child window. Now once I get the child window handle, which is nothing but a string, I can use driver dot switch to dot window of the child window handle, so that now the control will shift to the child window handle and I can find the elements on the child window handle and I can work on them. Okay, now I am closing this child window because I am using this close method. If I use a quit method, everything will be closed. All the windows, including child windows, including parent window, everything will be closed. So I am not using quit method. Okay, I'm using close method. Since my control is now on the child window, only the child window will be closed. Okay, so now even though I closed the child window, the control still remains on the child window only. So I need to switch back to the parent window to work on the parent window again. So I'm using driver.switch to that parent window of driver.switch to that window of parent window. Now I can work on the parent window again. Okay, so this is what we have seen yesterday. Okay. Now, let us say, yeah. Now I have this parent window. Okay. So now I got the window handle for this one. I'm clicking on this child window. I got the window handle. I use driver.get window handles method to get both of these. Okay. And I remove the parent window handle from that set of all window handles so that I will be left with only the child window handle. And I get the child window handle from the set. Okay. Now after this point again, I want to click on this one. Click on this link. So if I inspect this one, okay, child window 2. Okay, let's write an XPath for this one. Okay, so Control F /A to /A. Okay, shift at the rate, not at the text. We are writing it on the. Okay, so we are able to identify this one. Okay, I would like to click on this link. Okay, so okay, instead of closing this one, what I'm doing is here, okay, uh, uh, I would like to click on second child window link. Okay, I want to click on this one. Okay, so how do I click on this one? Driver dot find element by dot xpath. Okay, child window. Oh, sorry, not this child window too. I need to copy this xpath here. Dot click. Okay, I'm clicking on this child window too. Okay, but again, I need to switch to this child window too, right? So I need to get this child window 2 handle, okay, to work on these elements. So how do I get it now? Until this point, we have a set here, all window handles set we have. Okay, now if we use like driver.get window handles again, I will get the set for 3 windows here. Okay, let me show you this one. Okay, after clicking the second child window, okay, I'm using driver dot get window handles method. Okay, what is it written? It written again a set. Okay, it returns again a set of, okay, which is string, set of string. Okay, and I will give a name to this one, all window handles 1. Okay, previously I have all window handles which is holding 2 windows at that point. Now this all window handles 1, it is holding 3 window handles. Okay, let me print this one. Okay, system.out.println all window handles 1. Okay, for the time being, let me comment this one. I'm not like closing anything here. I'm finally quitting everything. Okay, let me run this one. Okay, run as Java application. Okay, it opened the first window handle and it opened the second one also and it closed this one. Let me give a thread dot sleep here so that we can see it clearly. Okay, thread dot sleep of 3000. Okay, let me run this one again. Okay, this is the first window that opened and first child window it opened and okay, it opened the second child window. Okay, so if you see here now after opening the second child window, I have used driver.get window handles. So it got like all the 3 windows, okay, window handles here, all the string. Okay, if you see here now we have to get the third, okay, the third one, the third one from here, the third one from here, which is the second child window handle. Okay. So how do we get this one? Okay. So if you see here, we have a set here, set of 2 window handles. Okay. We have a set of 3 window handles. Can you tell me like, how, can you tell me like, how we can get this third window handle? Any idea based on
By
this one?
removing, by removing set one,
Yeah. How do we remove the set one?
remove dot um
No, remove is used for removing one element from the list.
okay.
How do we remove a set? How do we remove a collection from another collection? We have seen this one in collections framework. Okay. We have to
Yeah,
use remove all method.
yeah,
Okay. So that's why like collections, okay, just refer to that one. Okay.
sure.
So we have to use, see, we have used remove method to remove just like, one of this element, okay, from this set.
Yes.
But now we have like, 3 elements in this set. Okay. Obviously, you can do one thing here, which is you can use remove method and remove this first element. And again, you have to use like, another remove method to remove the second element from this set so that you will be left with this one. But instead of doing that one, since we already have a set here, we can use a remove all method. Okay. And remove this first set from this set so that you will be left with only one, which is the third one. Okay, so now let us do that one. Okay, in this, so the previous child window handle, I saved it with all window handles. Okay, child window handle. Okay, I saved it with one. Okay, okay. Now let me remove all window handles. I have it. So I'm printing that one. So all window handles one dot I use remove all method. So that see remove is only for removing one object. Okay, remove all is for removing a collection. Okay, I use remove all method and then I use all window handles. Okay, so I'm removing all from all window handles. That means the second set. Okay, from this all window handles one. Okay, now I will be left with only one window. Okay, I'll be left with
We can't use the iterator option in here. Only has to use collection only.
no, we'll use iterator, but first we are removing this child
Okay.
window handles, the other window handles from this one. Okay. Now
Okay.
we will be left with only one, this third child window. Okay. Now what we will do is we can use this. Okay. Since, okay, now I will say this is string child window handle one. Okay. So I will use iterator dot next method so that I will get this one. I will get this third window handle. I mean, yeah, the second child window. Okay. So now let me print this one. System dot out dot println child window handle one. Okay. So I got this one. Now I can switch to this child window handle. Okay. I can switch to this child window handle. So how do I switch to this one? Driver dot switch to dot window of child window handle one. Okay. Now I switch it to this one. Okay. Now I switch it to this one. Okay. Once I come to this third window handle, now let me identify this one. Okay. You see, I have ID CW child window 2 first name. So Control F / input shift at the rate ID equals to, okay, I got this one. So I can say driver dot find element by dot XPath, and this is the XPath dot send keys. Okay, second child window. Okay, so now I'm working on this second child window. Okay, once I'm done with the work on this one, okay, then I will close this one and again I can switch to any of this, the remaining, either the child window one or the parent window, because we have the IDs for all of this. Okay, now once this is done, Okay, let me close this driver. Okay, this particular window. How do I close this particular window? I can use driver dot close method. Okay, once I use this one, once I close this one, now I have to switch back to either child window or parent window. Let me switch back to this first child window. Okay, so the first child window we already, okay, driver dot switch to dot window, okay, window. So I already saved it with child window handle one. Okay, I am switching to this one back. Okay, once I switch to this one back, let me enter some text into this second element, which is, okay, CW1 red, color is equal to CW1 red. So slash input shift at the rate color is equal to, okay, let me copy this one. Okay, now I will use driver dot find element by dot xpath. Not send is something. Hello. Okay, now once I am done with this one, then I can close the first child window again. Okay, now here I am closing the first child window because the control will be on this first child window. I am closing this one. Now I am switching to parent child window. Okay, and then I am entering, I am working on a different element, and then finally I am quitting this one. Okay, so let me put it okay, and then I'm closing, I'm switching to this child window one, and then I'm closing this one, and then switching to the parent window handle. Okay, let me run this one. Okay, run as Java application. Okay, it opened the first child window, worked on this one. It opened the second child window. Something went wrong. Let us see what happened here. Okay, no such element exception, unable to locate element input at the rate ID CW2 first name. Okay, it is unable to locate this CW2 first name here because switch to dot window child window handle. Okay, let me see what is the error here.
Line number 65, we all window handles one, right?
Sorry.
Line number 65.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
All
yeah.
window handles.
Yeah, you are right. Okay, so here we have this child window handle one, but we are getting it from all window handles. Okay, instead of this one, we have to use all window handles one. Okay, so now let me run this one again. Let me close this. Run as Java application. Okay, it opened the first child window and it entered hello into the text box, and then it opened the other child window. But still, we are having issue here somewhere. Okay, we are having again issue. No such element exception. Input ID is equal to CW to first name. But here, if we are getting, here is the first element, but actually we have to get this element here. Okay, because we are removing, okay, 78 and 1B, but we are here, we are getting this one. So I think somewhere we did all window handles we are getting and removing all window handles. Child window handle 1 is equal to all window handles 1 dot iterator dot next. Okay, 1 second. Somewhere something went wrong. Let me do one thing, like let me child window handle 1, all window handles 1 dot iterator dot next. Let me print this all window handles 1 again after removing system dot. Let me all window handles 1. Okay, let me run this one just to make sure that all window handles 1. Okay. Okay. It is leaving this one 27, but we should be left with this one CD window D6. Sorry, we are using like remove all method only. So when we use remove all method, why it is leaving with this set? It should not be left with this set because it has to remove the two elements. So we should be left with only this 54. But why this is leaving? Oh, sorry. Yeah, there is like one problem here. Okay, the problem is, okay, see what we have done here. We have this window handles, right? All window handles we have. Okay, see this is the one for the first child window. This is the all window handles that we have. Okay, and we are removing the parent window handle from here. So now this all window handles is left with only this one. Okay, now if you use like if you remove this all window handles, we are removing only this element from this set. Okay, which is nothing but we are removing only this element. So we are still left with this one. So what we have to do is, okay, before clicking on this link, okay, we have to again get all the window handles, okay, before clicking on this child window link. So let me do that here. Okay, so here I'll say set of string, okay, all window handles. Okay, I'll give this one as 1 is equal to driver dot get window handles. Okay, and now we are clicking this child window 2, and after that I'm storing it in this 2. Okay, now system dot out dot println print this window handle 2. Okay, so here I'll say working on child window 2. Okay, so before clicking on this child window 2 link, I'm getting like all the window handles. I'm storing it in all window handles 1. Okay, and after clicking on this child window 2, I'm getting all the window handles again. Now I'm printing this all window handles. Okay, now let me print this system.out.println all window handles 1. Okay, I'm printing this one. Now from this all window handles 2, I'm removing this all window handles 1. Okay, now I'm printing this all window handles 2. Okay, child window handle 1 is equal to all window handles 2 dot iterator dot next. Okay, and yeah, switch to child window handle 1. Okay, driver dot. Okay, so now this should be fine. Let me run this one, run as Java application. Okay, second child window, it entered, and now it closed the second child window, and in the first child window, it worked, and now it closed that first child window, and it came back to this one. Okay, so the thing is, like, before clicking on the second child window, again, we are reading all the window handles. So I have two window handles now. After clicking the second child window, I'm getting like all the window handles. So I have three window handles. Now I removed this one from this one. So I am left with only one. And I iterated that next method to get that particular window handle. Okay, you got this one. You got this point here. How we are handling, like, the different child window handles. Every
Yes.
time before clicking on the link, we are getting all the window handles. After clicking on the link, we are getting all the window handles, and we are removing the first set from the before set from after set, and we will be left with only that particular child window, and we are using iterator.next method to get this particular one. Okay, and we can we can switch to that particular window. Okay, now the question here is, most of the people, what they do is, okay, I'll tell you. Okay, see, initially I have only one, right, which is parent. When I open a child window, okay, I'm getting this, I'm getting like all window handles, and I'm getting two window handles. If I open another child window, if I use like, driver.get window handles, I will get a string with three windows, right? Three strings. So if you see this one, this is the first element, and again in this string, again this is the first element, right? This is the first element. So the child window handle is appending into this set. Similarly, for the next one, again, this is the second child window is appending to this list, right? If you see this one, see, this is the first one, and in this list, in this set, this is the first one, and this is the first child window, and in this set again. So you can directly, like, you may think that, okay, why can't we directly convert this one to a list, okay, so that I can get my parent window and the child windows by using the get method and index, right? Do you understand, like, this one here? See, what I can do is, here, if I want to get, like, the parent window, I can let me where is this all window handles? Parent window, I'm switching. Okay. Oh, yeah. So here I have, like, all window handles right here. After clicking on the second child window link, I'm getting all window handles. So I have this set. In this one, if you see, this is nothing but the parent window, right? And this is nothing but the first child window. This is nothing but a second child window. You got this one. So now what I can do is, instead of, like, removing the child windows and everything like that, what I can do is, I can convert this set into a list. I can use get method, and if it is get of 0, this is the parent window. Get of 1, this is nothing but first child window. Get of 2 is nothing but second child window. Like that I can do it, right? Do you guys understand this one?
Yes.
See,
Yes.
I have a set here. Basically, I have a set. Whatever the number of windows, child windows I open, when I use driver.get window handles, okay, basically I'm getting a set of, like, all the windows, all the strings. All the window handles are nothing but strings, right? So if you see this one, this is my parent window, which is in the first position in this one. And this is my child window 1, okay, which is in the second position. That means index 1. Okay, this is my third child window. Okay, so instead of working like, okay, getting the window handles and removing all of them, from this all windows, okay, and again here getting this set again before clicking and removing this from here, instead of doing this, what I can do is, I can convert this set, okay, into a list. Okay, we have seen this one, how to convert, like, a set into a list. We have seen this one earlier. So here, all right, I can create a list here, list of string, list one is equal to new array list of string. Okay, and I can pass this set. I can pass this entire set to this one, so that this entire thing will be converted into a list, and then I can use list one dot get of 0. Okay, this will give me the parent window. Similarly, list one dot get of 1, it will give me the child window 1. List one dot get of 2, it will give me the child window 2. Right, I can do that one because it is in this one. Okay, but why I am not following that route? Why I am always getting all the windows before clicking the link, and also getting all the windows after clicking the link, and I am removing the first set from the second set. Why I am doing that one? Because the reason is, this is a set basically. Even though it is showing in this order, set won't maintain an order basically. Remember that one. Okay, so there was a project which I was working on, where I had to work with 5 child windows. Okay, at that time it was a problem for me because set won't maintain order, so this order may change. So the first one, which we think is a parent window, may come in the second position. Okay, or it may come in the third position, because this is a set basically. Set won't maintain the order. Okay, because this is a set and it won't maintain the order. Okay, so the order may change. In those cases, by converting it to list and getting the windows based on the order will give problems. That is why every time we are getting all the windows set, and we are removing it from after clicking the child window link. Okay, we are getting the set again and we are removing it from there. Do you understand this one?
Yes, Subbu.
Okay, that's why always before clicking on the link, get the window handles. Okay, and after clicking on the link, get the window handles, remove the first one from the second one, and then use iterator.next method to get the child window handle and switch to the child window. Okay, do your work and close that one and come back to the parent window. Okay, this is how you can do this. Okay, any questions on this one, child window, how to handle the child windows? Okay, fine. Now,
So, but just a
yeah,
quick one.
yeah.
Once it is like you after removing, why should we have to use still the iterator next actually?
Yeah, because see this one, let us say if you see this one, this is my first set of windows. This is my second
Yeah.
set of windows. Now I am removing this first set from the second set by using remove all method. So now what I am left with? I'm left with only one child window, but this is a set. If you see, this is in a set.
Okay.
Okay, so this is again, even though we have only one element in this set, this is still a set. You have to get the element from the set in order to
Okay.
switch to it. See, for switching it, driver dot switch to dot window of window handle, you have to give a string there. It accepts string only. Okay,
Okay.
if you see this one, see driver dot switch to dot window of that window handle you have to provide, which is a string. But whatever you got here, it is a set here.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So you need to get that string, that window handle from this set.
From
Since
the
we have
set
only
and then
one
pass
element
it.
in this one, we are using iterator.next method. Okay, so that you will get directly that first element. Okay, this again, this iterator.next is used only if you have only one element in this set.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that is why we use iterator.next method and we get that string. See, this is a string I am getting back. And now I can
Okay.
use that one and I can directly switch to the child window.
Oh,
That is
got
why
it.
we are using iterator.next method.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Sorry. Okay, fine. Now let's go into the frames. Okay. So yesterday we were looking into how to switch to frames. Okay, how to switch to frames and working with the elements and the frame. Okay, so we are opening the browser and we are maximizing that browser and we are opening the page here. Okay, so we have seen this example where we have this element. Okay, since this is in a frame, let me close this one. Okay, now, okay, since this is in a frame, okay, so this is the frame. Okay, first we have to switch to the frame to work on this one. Okay, so what we are doing, what is the how can we switch to this one? We have to use driver dot switch to dot frame. Okay, driver dot switch to dot frame, and we need to find the element, web element. Okay, so first we identify that frame. Okay, so we have a name from this for this frame. Name is equal to frame1. So we have written an XPath for the frame, 2 // iframe at the rate name1, and driver dot find element is it returns a web element of the frame. So we are using that one, and we are using driver dot switch to dot frame of this web element, frame web element, and we are switching to this one. Okay, and then we are working on that element. Okay, once we work on that element, and what are the different ways of switching back? What are the different ways of switching back?
Default
Default content and parent element.
yeah, parent.
Okay, switch to parent we have, and also default content. So we use any of these methods, okay, to come back. Okay, to come back, and we can work on the main screen. Okay, okay. What is the difference between default content and parent frame?
Default one directly comes out of all the frames actually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
parent one just goes to the immediate.
Yes. Okay.
element.
So here, yeah, as I showed you yesterday, let us say this is my main web page. Within this one, I have a frame 1, and within this frame 2, I have frame 2, and within this frame 3, I have frame 3. Okay, so now from this one I switch to this frame 1, from this one I switch to this frame 2, from this one I switch to this frame 3. Okay, if I use parent frame, okay, from here I will come to frame 2. Okay, again if I use parent frame, switch to parent frame, I will come to this frame 2. Again if I use parent frame, I will come to this main. But instead of this, okay, if I use default content, from here, if I use default content, switch to default content, I will directly come out of all the frames to the main web page. Okay, that is the difference between parent frame and default content. Okay, we have seen this one yesterday, which has a single frame. Now let us see where I have frames inside frames. Okay, let me show you this one. Okay, if you see this one, okay, I have one frame here. If I move this one, it is highlighting this entire thing. Just see this. Okay, it is highlighting the thing. So this is one frame. Okay, and I have one input element in this one. Okay, see the highlighted one. Okay, now I have another frame within this frame. See, there is a second frame that I have, and if I expand this one, okay, if I expand that one, okay, I have another HTML body. Okay, if I expand this one, okay, there is another input element and another button. Now within this frame, again I have another frame. If you see the highlighted section. Okay, so if you expand this one, okay, if you expand this one, so now I have another one, another input element and a button. Okay, you got this one. So now I have one main frame. Okay, this is the web page. Within this one, I have frame 1, and within this one, I have another frame, and within this one, I have another frame. So these are frame inside frame. Okay, so is this working? Yeah, frame 1 button, frame 2 button. Okay, frame 3 button. Okay, Fine. So I have multiple frames inside other frames. Okay. So this one, like, this is a very rare actually. People like don't use like frames much these days. Okay. When you have to work with like, some old web applications, there you see these kind of situations. And there was only one project in my whole experience where they were using very old application. There I have seen this frames inside frames concept. Okay, but just understand this one, like, how to work, like, with this one. Okay, now let me create a new uh, class here, which is frames one. I'm saying, and public static void main. Okay, let me copy the first couple of lines from here. Okay, fine. Let me import the throws declaration. Okay, fine. Okay, now we have opened this one. Okay, so I want to, like, enter some text into this one. Okay, let me, but this is inside this frame. So first we have to switch this frame. Okay, frame in frame one. The name I have, like, some name, frame in frame one. So Control F, two forward slashes, iframe. Okay, shift at the rate, name equals to, okay, frame in frame one. So let me switch to this frame first. So what I have to do? Okay, let me first, like, yeah, okay, I will enter. Okay, let me switch to this one first one, and enter some text into this first one. Okay, so driver dot find element by dot xpath. Okay, dot sorry, this is the web element. Okay, web element. Let me switch to this one. Okay, so I have to use driver dot switch to dot frame. Okay, and in this one I will enter this web element. Okay, so now I am switching to this frame one. Okay, so frame one I am switching, and now I can enter some text into this. Okay, let me inspect this one. So again, the name is input first in fr1 first name. Okay, first frame in frame one first name. Okay, so Control F, two forward slashes, input, shift at the rate, name equals to this one. Okay, I have identified this one. Okay, now I'll use driver dot, okay, find element by dot xpath, and I can use this xpath dot send keys. Okay, frame one. I'm saying, okay, frame one. Okay, once I enter this text into this one, I will click on this first button, which is this one. Okay, ID is frame in frame one button. Okay, and the type is, this is of type button. Okay, that means the tag is button. So button. Okay, shift at the rate, name equals to, oh, not name, I think it is ID. Okay, ID. Okay, let us click this one. Okay, driver dot find element by dot xpath. Okay, the click. Okay, thread the sleep of 1000. Okay, now once I click on this one, okay, once I click on this one, it is opening a normal alert. So how do I dismiss this alert? Anyone? How to close this one? This alert?
Dismiss method.
Yeah, but how do we do that one? First, we have to switch to this alert.
Yeah.
Okay, driver dot switch to dot alert. So there are three places where we use this switch to. One is switching to an alert, and switching to a child window, and another one is switching to a frame.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the three things you have to remember. Okay, so now I can use uh, let me thread dot sleep of 1000. Okay, so now driver dot switch to dot alert dot, I have to use dismiss method. Okay, once this is done, okay, I will be waiting for just 2 seconds, and then I will use driver dot quit method. Okay, so let me run this one, run a Java application. Okay, so it entered frame 1 and it clicked on click and then it closed that one alert, and finally it closed the browser. Okay, so now I am in this frame. Okay, I am in the first frame. Now I would like to work on this one. So again, this frame is inside the other frame. So I have to switch to this one first. Okay, so what is this frame name? This is frame in frame 2. Okay, frame in frame 2. Okay, so control F. Okay, so I have to first switch to that one. Okay, so I'm copying the same one. Okay, I'm using this, I'm finding the second frame. So this is frame in frame 2. So I'm switching to that second frame first. I'm switching to that second frame. Okay, once I switch to this one, okay, then I can enter some text into this second text box. Okay, so inspect this one. Okay, so the second text box is ID is first frame in frame to first name. So control F. Okay, two forward slashes input shift at the red ID equals to. Okay, so let me copy this one. Let me go here. Okay, driver dot find element by dot xpath. This one dot send keys. Okay, I'll say frame 2. Okay, so let me put some sleep statement here. Okay, so I'm entering something into this one, and then I'm pressing this click me again. So it is showing me frame 2 button. Okay, let me inspect this one, and uh, sorry, this one, right? The second one, let me inspect. So this is the one. Okay, so this is the ID controller to forward slashes button. Okay, so shift at the rate ID equals to. So I have identified this button. Now if I go here, driver dot find element by dot xpath. So this is the button dot click. Okay, I have clicked on this button. Okay, and then it will show me an alert. So I have to driver dot switch to dot alert dot dismiss. Okay, I'm dismissing this one, and I'm just waiting for another 1 second. Oh, anyhow, we have like thread dot sleep 2000 milliseconds. Okay, so first I'm switching to the first frame, and I'm entering something into the input, and then I'm clicking on the button. I'm dismissing this alert. Sorry, guys. Okay, and then I'm switching to the second frame, and then I'm entering something into the text box, and I'm clicking on that button, and I'm dismissing that one. Okay, let me run this one, run as Java application. Okay, so it entered frame 1, clicked on that button, dismissed the alert. Okay, and something went wrong here. Okay, let us see what did it go wrong. Where is it? No such element exception, unable to locate. So it is basically, it is not able to find this frame. Okay, let us see what happened. What's wrong here. Inspect. Sorry, not this one. Okay, let me click on this one. It is unable to switch to the second frame basically. Okay, so this is input, and this frame name is equal to frame in frame 2. Okay, what did we use here? So let me copy this one. Okay, so it is not identifying these elements. So something went wrong. Let me see here. So iframe, two forward slashes iframe. Oh, okay, okay. So this one is FRME. It's not FRAME. Okay, something like that. So let me copy this one. So okay, paste it here. Okay, now I am able to identify this one. Let me copy the same thing and paste it here. Okay, so let me run this one again. So the XPath was wrong actually, basically. That's why it is unable to switch to that second frame. Okay, I'm running this one again. So it is opening this one and it entered the element. Okay, good. And now it switched to the second frame and it entered frame 2 in this one and it clicked on clicking. Okay, okay. Now, okay. So you can do the same thing like with okay. You can do the same thing with the third one also. Okay, you can go into the third one. Okay, and you can enter the second one and click me. Okay, now I want to come out of this entire frame into this one. Okay, and enter something into this text box. Okay, so if I use this one, ID is equal to first name is there, right? So Control F. Okay, so input shift at the rate ID equals to first name. Okay, I would like to enter something into this one. I want to come out of this one. Totally, I'm within frame inside frame at this point. So how to come out of that one? What method I have to use to come out of like all the frames?
Default.
Yeah, switch to default. Okay, driver dot switch to the default content. Okay, default content I have to. So I'll come out of all the frames now. So now I can use driver dot find element by dot xpath. Okay, and this is the xpath. Okay, so now use this one. The send case of okay came out of all frames. Okay, now if I run this one, run as Java application. Okay, it entered frame 1 and then it switched to the next one and entered frame 2. Okay, now in the first okay came out of all frames. So that means we are coming out of all the frames to the directory. Okay, now let me comment this one. Okay, okay, I just want to like from here I just want to come to this parent frame, not out of like all the ones. Okay, so what I can do, I can use switch to parent. Okay, parent frame. Okay, so driver dot switch to the parent frame. Now I am switching to this parent frame. Okay, that means now I am this top frame. I'm at the top frame. Okay, so now I can use okay, I'm using dot clear method first, and then I'm using dot send keys frame 1 entered again. Okay, and now I'm waiting for let me run this one. Okay, so sorry. Okay, it entered frame 1. Okay, and clicked on that one, and it entered frame 2 and clicked on, and then it came out of frame 1 and it entered frame 1. You got this point here? We just come to the previous frame. Okay, not to the out of all the frames. Okay, now here we are at this frame. So if you use parent frame again, you will come to this browser again. You got the point? Are any questions here?
It is clear, Subbu.
Okay, so this is how we can use frames. Okay, basically, in order to come out of the frame, we have parent frame and default content. Content will come out of all the frames. Parent frame means we will go to the previous frame, parent frame. Okay, so this is about child windows and frames. Okay, now, okay, uploading images. Let's go into this one. Okay, this topic, uploading images. Okay. Okay, so let me show you this one first. Close this one. Okay, so this section you can use like, for practice actually. Okay, so basically uploading images is like, okay, if you, see this one, the element type is like the tag is input only. For whenever you see like, choose file, and if you click on this one, it will open this one where you can select the images. Okay, images are anything, any file you can select it, and you can, once you like, this is the image I am selecting. Okay, so it will upload that image. Okay, this is also like, file upload only. Once you click on this, it will show this one, and you can select this one. Okay, it will upload the image. Okay, let me refresh this one. Okay, so these are two basically like, the same file uploads only. But if you see this one, okay, it shows that it is input and a type is equal to file. Type is equal to file. Okay, type is equal to file. Okay, if it is type is equal to input, that is a text box. Type is equal to checkbox, that is a checkbox. Type is equal to radio, that will become a radio button. Input type is equal to file is used for uploading images in HTML. Okay, this is what we use. Okay, this is also the same thing, but here what it is done is, okay, let me, okay, it is, but if you inspect this one, you will see something like label for is equal to upload. Okay, that means they will use the same thing. Input type is equal to file only. Here, if you see under this one, you have input type is equal to file only. But they are using like, some CSS to modify this one. Okay, so generally these are the two kinds of like, file uploads you will see. One is the raw one. Raw one means like which is a raw type of like presenting this one. You will see like, some of these things like this. Okay, so where like, if you inspect this one, it will directly go to input type is equal to file tag. Okay, some others are people like, just modify the same thing by using some CSS, by adding some CSS elements to it, so that it will become like, it will look like more visually like, beautiful. Okay, so these are the two ways. Okay, so in these two ways, how do we upload images? Okay, let me show you this one. Whenever like, you see like any file upload or anything, if you inspect this button, and if it shows you this type is equal to file, then uploading images is very simple. What you have to do is, you don't need to click on this one or anything. Okay, even if you click on this choose file, it will throw you an error. Let me show you that one. Okay, uploading images one, public static void main. Okay, so let me copy the first couple of statements from here. Okay, let me add this throws declaration. Okay, fine. Now, okay, fine. So we are opening this one. Okay, let me identify this element. Okay, ID is upload image. Okay, Control C, Control F, slash input, direct ID is equal to upload image. Okay, so I am clicking on this one, driver dot find element by dot export dot click. Okay, so let me run this one, run as Java application. Okay, see, if you see, it threw an error. Okay, invalid argument exception, some error, because whenever, like, it is a normal input type is equal to file. Let me close. Okay, whenever it is a normal input type is equal to file, that means if you inspect this one, if it is directly going to input type is equal to file, okay, you cannot click this one. Normally, like, if you click, like, it will open this child window, right? Windows prompt. Okay, and we should be able to select that one, select anything that we want. But here in this case, like, if it is a raw element means like an input type is equal to file. In those cases, we cannot click on this element using shell. So instead of that, what we can do is we can directly use, okay, dot click, we can directly use dot send keys method and give the path of that image, give the path of that image here. Okay, it is very simple basically. So let me go to here. Okay, and I should have somewhere like the images part. Okay, yeah, so this is the one. Okay, if I inspect this one, this is the image like that I want to upload. Okay, this is under images car.jpg. Okay, let me copy this path here. Okay, so images backslash car.jpg. So if I do this one directly, it will upload the image. Okay, let me run as Java. Okay, let me, anyhow, I'm not closing this one. Okay, fine. Okay, see, it uploaded the image. So in these cases, we can directly use send keys method to upload the image. Okay, now the second one, okay, which is this one. If you inspect this one, okay, it will go to this for upload. It's not directly going to this input type is equal. Sometimes you won't see this input type is equal to file also. They'll entirely do it using CSS. Okay, so if it is going to a different element, then this won't work. Okay, then this send keys method won't work. Let me comment this one. Okay, so let me inspect. Okay, let's use this label. Okay, CSS file upload, and the tag is label here. Okay, the tag is label here. Okay, so now Control F to forward slashes label. Okay, two forward slashes label. Okay, text is CSS file upload, right? So I can use text equals to. Okay, so I'm able to find this one. So let me use this one and okay. Okay, I'm trying to use the same method on the second one. If I use send keys, it will throw an error because it is not identifying that we are not directly using like that type is equal to file, input type is equal to file. We are using CSS here. So whenever I inspect that element, it is going to a different one. Okay. So now if you see, it will throw an error here, element not interactable. exception. So in this case, okay, wherever you cannot see, when you identify, when you inspect this one, if you cannot see, okay, input type is equal to file. Okay, in this case, if you see, if you inspect this one, you cannot see input type is equal to file. But if you inspect this one, you will see input type is equal to file directly. That is why you can directly use send keys method. If you cannot see this like an input type is equal to file, when you inspect this one, in those cases we cannot use send keys method. Okay, for this one you have to click on this one. You have to click on this one. If you click on this one, it will. So let us click on this one. Okay, so instead of using send keys, I am clicking on this one. Okay, if I run this one now, okay, run as, okay, now it will click on that element and it will open that window prompt. Okay, so it opened the window prompt, right? So it is opening this window prompt. Now we have to enter the path of that image here and click on open button. Okay, and it will upload this image. Let me enter the path of that one. Okay, so this is the path here, right? So let me open this properties here and f::images car.jpg. Copy this one. Okay, so if I use like f::images /car.jpg. Okay, and click on open. Okay, and it will upload that image here. Okay, but the problem here is, if you click on this one, this is a Windows element. This is a Windows element. This is not a web element. This is not a web dialog box. It's a Windows dialog box. Okay, but Selenium is used only for web, not for Windows. So you cannot work with this window using Selenium. Okay, so for this one, we have something called AutoIT. AutoIT is another tool which is used for Windows automation. Okay, basically Windows elements automation, we use AutoIT. So we have to use that AutoIT and automate this particular one and generate an exe file and run that exe file. Okay, I'll show you that one. So for working with AutoIT, let me close this one. Okay, the first thing that you have to do is you have to download AutoIT. Okay, so if you go to Google and say AutoIT, okay, download. Okay, AutoIT download, you'll see this one. Go here. Okay, so just come down. Okay, so here like you will see AutoIT full installation includes x86, x64, AutoIT script editor, SCITE, with lots of additional coding tools for AutoIT. Okay, so basically you need to download these two. Okay, one is AutoIT and another one is SCITE editor. Okay, these are the two things you have to download. Okay, I think like now we are getting it like a separately, but like just let me see. Let me download this one. So AutoIT, okay, setup. I think like if you install this file, it will install like this one also, SCITE editor. But if you don't, I'll show you where it is. If you don't see this SCITE editor, then you have to download this one again. Okay, so these are the two things. Just go to Google and say AutoIT download. Okay, and install that one. Install that exe file. Once you install that one, okay, okay, once you install that one, then go to your C drive. Okay, your C drive and go to program files x86. Just go to the place wherever it is installed. Okay, in my case it is installed into x86. So if you go here, you will see AutoIT here, AutoIT folder. Go to this folder. Okay, and you'll see something called autoinfo_x64. Okay, just open this one. Okay, this is the tool that is open, and this one is used for finding out the element properties. Okay, for example, if we go here if I go to this place, okay, and if I click on this one, okay, so this is the window that is open. Okay, for here I have to enter the path of the image, and then I have to click on open. So I have to find out these element properties to write the script for this one. So I have to, this finder tool is there. Okay, just click on this one, drag and drop it here. Okay, so okay, drag and drop it here. So you can see that the title, that just observe these properties. Title is open. Title is open. Okay, title is open, and what is the title is open, and we have this class also. Class is edit. Okay, and this is the instance one. Okay, these are the properties that we need for this one. Okay, one is the title and the class and instance. This is what we need. Okay, how do we write the script? Okay, for writing the script, okay, we have an editor. This is only the object identification tool. Okay, how do we, for that one, go to this SCITE. Okay, I think like when I installed this SCITE folder already, it came with AutoIT. Now they are providing it separately, so you need to install that one separately. Just open this one. Okay, we have this SCITE. Okay, so we have this one. Okay, this is nothing but your editor. Okay, so basically you have to write like 3 lines of code here in this one. Okay, uploading an image. Yeah, basically these are the 3 lines of code you have to write for uploading the image. One is, okay, we need to focus on that element. I mean, where we enter the image path. Let me copy this one and then I will explain this. Okay, let me copy this one into this editor. Okay, now we have 3 things here. Okay, 3 methods. Okay, and I have given like all these functions and all those things for this AutoIT. Okay, let me show you this one. Here you can find it. Yeah. Okay, there are a lot of functions here, but we mainly use like for just only for the image or file upload, we use this AutoIT. So there are only 3 main functions that you have to learn in this one. Okay, so if you go here, the first one is control focus. Okay, control focus is, it takes, let me control F. Okay, control focus. Okay, so control focus is the one. If you go here, it takes the title, text and control ID. Okay, it takes like 3 elements. Okay, now let us go into this one. Okay, let's go into this one and let's go into this file also. Okay, and if you see, I'm just okay, this is our first element, right? So we need to enter it here. So we need to find out the element properties for this one. So if I go and like drag it here, you can see that this is, the title is open and control element is edit one. Edit this class plus instance, we have to enter edit one. Okay, so what I will do here in this one, this control focus, I will say this is open, and I don't need to enter the text here, and the control element is edit plus one. So edit one we have to enter. Okay, and the next thing is we have to enter the image path here. Okay, which is F colon backslash image, sorry. Okay, F colon backslash images backslash car dot jpg. Okay, this is what I have to enter into this. So first one is control focus, which is nothing but like we are bringing our focus here. That means we are clicking it here. Okay, and the next one is we have to control set text. That means we have to set the text. We have to set this image path into that one. So we have to use control set text here. So for that one, again, control set text, we have to enter the title. Text, we don't need to enter, this optional, and then control ID and the path of the image that we want to use, we can enter here. Okay, so now if you see control set text, okay, control set text I am using. Again, let us identify this one. Yeah, so if I drag and drop here, okay, if you see, this is the control ID is edit one, the title is open. Okay, so if you go here now, this one I'm changing it to open. Okay, and this is edit one, and here the path is f colon images f colon images and then car.jpg. Okay, that means I'm entering this one. So now once I enter this one, what I have to do? Sorry. Okay, once I enter this one, what I have to do? I have to click on open, right? So for that one, we have this one. We have control click method is there in AutoIT. So we have to give the title and control ID basically. If we give these two, that should be fine. We don't need to enter like this text here. So if I go here, this control click is there. I need to give the title and the control ID. Okay, so let's go here and identify for this button. So if I move my pointer here, okay, so I can see that this is title is open and the control ID is button plus the class plus instance. Okay, button 1. Okay, so now if I go here, this is title is open and it is button 1. Okay, so now you have written the AutoIT script. From this one, you have to generate an exe file. Okay, from this one, you have to generate an exe file. So what we do, we'll first save this one. Okay, once you save this one, it will store as .au3 file. Okay, with extension .au. Let me save the upload 2. Okay, upload 2 I am saving. Okay, yeah, AutoIT AU3, we have to save it as like an AU3. Now save this one. Okay, I saved this one now. Okay, now if I go here, it is save. F drive images upload 2 is showing up here. So this is F drive images. Okay, so it is there here. Okay, upload 2, it's saved here. Now we have to compile this one to create an exe file. Let me right click on this one. You can see like compile script x84 64-bit. My system is 64-bit one. Okay, let me compile this one. Okay, so now it created an upload 2.exe file. So now I got an exe file. Now I have to use this exe file in my script, okay, and run this one so that I can upload images. Okay, so let me close this one. Okay, let me show you how to include it in our script. Okay, so until this point, we are clicking on that page, on that link, right? So let me cancel this one. Okay, we are clicking on this one. Okay, once we click this one, then we have to run that AutoIT script. Okay, let me wait for 1 second here. Okay, after this one, we already have our script generated and placed it in this folder. Okay, this is upload to script. Okay, so for that one, to run an exe file, we have something called runtime. Okay, runtime dot get runtime. Okay, this is what we use, and then we use execute method and give the path of that exe file. Okay, the path is f::images upload to.exe. Okay, f::images upload to.exe. Okay, so let me add this throws IO exception. Okay, so we use runtime.getRuntime. Okay, this is generally used to run any executable files in Java. Okay, so runtime.getRuntime and use this one. Provide the path of the executable file. Let me run this one. Okay, it opened this page and it clicked on that one and it entered the path and it uploaded the file. It might be a little bit confusing here at this moment, but just go through this video again and try this one. We didn't do anything basically. Okay, what we did was, if it is a normal, okay, input type is equal to file element you are seeing. Okay, what you can do, you can directly use send keys method. If you are not seeing that one, if you are seeing something else, for example, here I am seeing label. Okay, then send keys method won't work. Here click method won't work. If you try to click on this one, it will throw an error. So you have to use send keys. Here send keys method won't work. Okay, because it is not showing. Okay, it is not showing this type is equal to input. It's showing a different thing. Label is equal to something. So send keys method won't work. So what you have to do, you have to click on this one. Once you click on this one, it opens this Windows dialog box. Okay, and then you have to use AutoIT. Okay, so how you have to use AutoIT? First, you have to download AutoIT, and I think now you have to download that SCITI as well. Okay, that one also site. Okay, that one also you have to download. Okay, what is this one AutoIT? Okay, this AutoIT AU3 info underscore x64 is a tool to identify the element properties to write your AutoIT script. Okay, so this is what, like, we have to start. Once we start this one, then go to this site E, okay, and open the site E. Okay, what is this site E? This is the editor where you write the script. Okay, and basically for this purpose, like, we use only 3 lines in the script. Okay, we use 3 lines in the script. What are those 3 lines in the script? The control focus, control set text, and control click. Control focus is like, to click on that edit box where we enter the image path. Okay, for this one we need title and control ID. Control ID is nothing but this class name plus that numbers 1, 2, 3, like that, like whatever the number you see, we have to use that one. Text you don't need to enter. So we will get the title by using that inspector tool. Okay, we get the title and the control ID, we enter the control focus. Now control set text. Control set text means we have to enter the actual image path. Okay, for that one, we use control set text. Again, this is title, control ID, and then finally we give that path also. And then control click button. This is to click the open button. So here also again, you use title and control ID. Okay, so this is how. Okay, once we do that one, we save that one as .au3 file. Once we save it as a .au3 file, okay, this is a .au3 file. Once we save this one as .au3 file, right click on this one and you see compile script. Okay, since mine is in 64-bit system, so I use this one, compile script x64. Once I click on this one, it will generate an exe file. Okay, now we can use this exe file in our script. How do we use that one? We have to write the script again until clicking the CSS file upload. Okay, once this opens, then we have to run that exe file. How do we run that one? How do we run that exe file? We use runtime.getRuntime.execute method. Okay, and any execute it with using this one. Okay, runtime.getRuntime.execute. Okay, so do you understand about, like, images or, like, file uploads or anything? Any questions you have? Everyone?
Subbu, is this mostly the similar situation
Mhm.
nowadays with the most of the choose file option? Because I don't think a raw option
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
um,
These days,
using much, right?
yes, yes, exactly. So these days, it is like, people won't use this raw kind of, uploading images. Very rarely you see, because a lot of people like, yeah, all these recent websites, they come up with like a lot of CSS, cascading styles, where they want to make their web pages like, visually appealing. So they use
Mm.
CSS and they modify this one. So mostly you will see this one only.
And
Mostly,
we use this kind of scripting.
yes,
Um,
auto IT we will use,
okay.
because
Okay.
the window that is opening, if you click on this one, it will open a Windows dialog box. This is not a web dialog box. This is a Windows dialog box, and Selenium is only for web application. So we cannot use Selenium directly on this one. So you have to use
Mm.
some other tool, which is nothing but AutoIT, which is a Windows automation tool. If you want to automate like, your Windows system, then you can use AutoIT.
Mm.
Okay, so we'll use AutoIT, we generate an exe file, but we have a way in sorry, Java to run that exe file, which is runtime.getRuntime.execute.
And you do use this much actually in your normal work, for these
No,
tools.
not really, actually.
Not
Okay.
really.
Uh, we use like, in my current company, I'm seeing that like, some applications, when you open the URL, it will immediately ask you for username and password, which is like a Windows prompt, like it will give. There, people used this auto IT actually. Okay,
Okay.
but mostly there is another way actually which we can use, but I'll show you that one when we come to the JavaScript executor. Okay, there is another
Okay.
way also to handle this one, but yeah, wherever like, you have some file uploads or anything, then definitely you will be given this like, auto IT tool. It's very simple, like, see, you don't use that auto IT tool much. It is only for those two fields I have shown. One is that edit box, okay, in the Windows prompt, okay,
Mm.
and another one is like, just clicking on the button, right? Those are the two things. You like, enter text here and then you click on this open button, that's all. That's what you do generally, right? So only those things like, we'll use. That's all. Even I don't know much about like, this. I don't know like all these controls and all these things. If you see, I don't know any of these controls or anything. But if it is required, then I'll just go through this documentation again and see like, if I have to use anything. But I haven't got like, anything like that so far.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
So this AutoIT is for only for the web-based? No, sir.
I'm
It's
sorry.
only for the Windows-based, right?
Yeah. This AutoIT is only for Windows based. It's not for web based. This AutoIT tool, you can use it only for automating the Windows based applications.
Windows-based
Yeah,
application. Okay.
yeah. So since this dialog box is a Windows based, that is why we have to use like, this AutoIT. Okay. Otherwise,
Okay.
like, if Selenium can handle this one, we could have done it like, with Selenium. But Selenium is only for web applications. It is not for Windows-based applications. That's why we cannot use Selenium here, and that's why we are going with AutoIT. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's let me just I haven't gone through this documentation, right? Let me go through this one. So if we have like HTML upload, okay, yeah, raw upload means HTML. That means using input tag. If we have input type is equal to file tag to upload images, you cannot use AutoIT. Okay, here like, we don't use AutoIT here directly because you cannot click on the button upload from. You can use send keys method. Okay, if you see this one input type is equal to file, then you can use send keys method. Okay, find the upload button using xpath or by id and use send keys method. by passing the image or file path. So if it is like if you are seeing input type is equal to file, then you can directly use this send case method and pass the path of that image. Okay, and directly it will upload. Okay, and this will work only if the upload is of type input. Okay, so this one can be used only if it is when you are inspecting that one, and if you see input type is equal to file, then only you can see this one. If it is purely CSS based, then this won't work, and we have to go with AutoIT. Okay, so this is what like an okay. If you have a CSS upload, you can't use send keys method to upload images. It will give element not interactable exception, but you can use click method, which will open the Windows prompt. You select the image or files. Okay, in this case, we have to use AutoIT as we have to interact with the Windows prompt to select the images. Okay, uploading images, CSS uploads AutoIT. If you have CSS upload, you can't use the send keys method to upload the images. It will give element not interactable exception, but you can use click method, which will open the Windows prompt. You select the images or files. In this case, we have to use AutoIT as we have to interact with the Windows prompt to select the images. AutoIT. Selenium is a web-based automation tool. We cannot use it to select files from Windows prompt as it is not a web-based one and it is a Windows-based one. AutoIT is a freeware which uses a combination of mouse movement, keystrokes, etc. to automate a window-based task, which is not possible by Selenium WebDriver. Downloading and installing, go to the following link. Just go to Google and search like AutoIT download, and you'll find this one. Okay, AutoIT is used for identifying the elements we need on the window prompt. AutoIT editor is used for writing the script, which is SciTE. Okay, that's the one that we use, right? That is the editor. Now go to program files and then go to AutoIT 3 and start AutoIT 3 AU3 info underscore 64. This is the inspector tool to find out the element property. Okay, now go to SciTE folder and start the SciTE.exe file, which is the editor. So in this editor, we write the code. There are mainly three lines we have to write in the editor. Okay, I have given like for the functions also the link here. You can go to this link. If you have to use any extra functions, then like you have to go through this documentation here and see like what those extra functions are. But basically, these are the three functions that we use: control focus, control set text, and control click. Okay, text is not needed in this one. It is mainly title, control, and the path in this one for control set text. Okay, and once you save this one, save the file and it will be saved as a AE3 file. Compile it and it will produce an .exe file. Okay, we have to give this .exe file in our Selenium script so that it will upload the files or images. So how do we give this one? We use runtime.getRuntime.execute. Okay, this is what we use to execute the exe file we have created. Okay, any questions on this one? It might be like little bit confusing for you at this moment, but practice this one. If you practice this one, it will be easy. Okay, it won't take like much time. Okay, let me go to okay, uploading images. Now let us see about cookies. Okay, so you all know about cookies, right? Cookies store the information on the browser. Okay, browser side cookies store the information. Okay, so how do we manage like cookies? Okay, sometimes what it is required is like after you work like for some time on a web page. Okay, you may have to delete the cookies. That means the information that is stored on the browser side, you may have to delete that information. Okay, this is purely actually a Java based one. It is not related to Selenium at all. Sorry, it is Selenium only, not Java based. Okay, sometimes you have to delete the cookies before you start running the automation script. Even in the middle of automation scripts also, sometimes you may have to delete the cookies. Okay, but this is very rare because every time you start a automation script, okay, it will start the browser, right? the browser will start like, with a fresh browser instance, it will start. That means it won't be having any kind of like a cookies or anything like that. It will start a fresh browser instance. So you may not have like any cookies initially, but after working like after executing your script like for some time, you may have to delete the cookies programmatically. But so I'll show you this one in this one. Okay, we have something called driver.manage. We have already used this driver.manage, right? And do you remember like where we used this one, driver.manage? We used it when we wanted to maximize our screen. See, driver.manage, and then we are using window.maximize. Similarly, this driver.manage will also provide a way to work with cookies. Okay, so let me show you this one. Yeah, so suppose you want to add a cookie. Okay, we can use add cookie method. Okay, driver.manage.add cookie, and we have to provide a cookie object here. Okay, purpose to add a specific. First, I will show you like all these methods, and then we'll go into an example. Okay, just give me 1 second, guys. Let me get some water. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So we use like driver that. Am I audible to everyone? Just want to confirm.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we use driver.manage. Okay. And then we use the cookies methods here. For example, if it is driver.manage.add cookie, we can add a new cookie, delete a cookie, driver.manage delete cookie, and we have to pass the cookie object and delete cookie with a name. Okay. We have, if we know the name of the cookie, then we use driver.manage.delete cookie named, and then pass the name of that cookie and delete all cookies. If we want to delete all cookies, we can use driver.manage.delete all cookies. Okay. And if you want to get the cookies, driver.manage.get cookies, and it returns a set of cookies. Remember this one, it returns a set of cookies, and then get the cookie with specific name. If we know the name of a cookie, then we can use that specific name. So these are the methods that we have, like for generally what we use is one is like delete all cookies. Okay, this is the one that we use to delete like all the cookies, or if we know the name of a cookie, then we also use delete cookie named. These are the two ones general. So far I mean it's very rare that I have used like these cookie methods, but sometimes like you may have to use these cookie methods to work with cookies. Okay, that's why you have to know this one. Okay, now let us see an example on this one. Okay, which one we use? Like we use what is that? Something. Okay, I will use the same thing. Okay, Trivago.in. Okay, so let me go here and let me copy this. Okay. Yeah. So let me remove all this. Uploading images. Okay. So we have this basic first 5 steps I have copied. Okay. And let me uh, 1 second. Yeah. Okay. So let's use like the same thing. Trivago.in. Okay. So now I open. So once I open this one, I would like to see like what are all the cookies that are set for this when we open this one. Okay. So how do we get this one? Okay, we have a method here which is get cookies. Okay, this is for getting like one particular cookie. If you want to get all the cookies, we use get cookies like get cookies method. If you want to get like all the cookies, driver.manage.get cookies. And what does it return? It returns okay purpose get all the cookies for the current document. This is equivalent of calling and parsing the result. Okay, it returns a set of cookies. It returns a set of cookies. So let us use driver dot manage dot get cookies. Okay, since it returns a set of cookies, we have to use capture this one into set of cookie, and let's give this one some set one. Okay, let us import this set. Okay, and also let us import this cookie, and cookies from this one you have to import arg.openqa.selenium. Okay, so let us import this one. Okay, so this is nothing but this cookie is nothing but an object. Okay, this is an cookie is an object. Again, this is a set it is returning. So we have each cookie has a method. This cookie is an object, right? So since this has a method called get name and get domain. Okay, these are the different methods we have. Okay, so first we have to iterate through this set to get each cookie, and then we will use get name and get domain to see the cookie data. So for that one, what we have to do is for okay cookie ck okay in set one. Okay, now what we can do is system.out.println let's ck dot get name. Okay, we have like different things here, get name, get value, and other. Let's see the name of this one. Okay, so this is the advanced for loop. We have discussed this one if you remember. Okay, in the for loops. Okay, so this one is mainly used to iterate over arrays and collections. Basically what it will do is like we will take the type of this collection or array which is cookie. So for cookie ck, and from this set one, that means each and every cookie from this set will come and store in this cookie, okay, with name ck, and then we can use this one ck dot get name, get value, or anything. So let me run this one, run a Java application. Okay, yeah, so it executed. See, these are all the cookies that are set once you open this at Trivago. Okay, cookie dot get name. Let us see, like, plus ck dot get domain. Let us use this domain. Okay, and let us see what do we get. Run as the application. Still loading. Still loading. Let's stop this one. Okay, so this is the cookie name and this is the domain that is stored. Okay, here it is trivago.in, www.trivago.in. So like that, this is the domain name that's stored. Let us see, like, some other details. Plus okay, plus ck dot get domain, get name we have seen, get path. Let us see, like, what it will bring. Loading. Let me stop this one. Okay, so the path is, like, just a forward slash here. Okay, let us see, like, the other things, just to give you, like, what a key may contain, like, you will understand this one. Okay, ck dot get value, let us say value. Okay, let me run this one. Okay, so this is the value of the cookie. Okay, that is storing like this, like, a cookie object will contain, like, all these values. We will use cookie dot get name, cookie dot get domain, get path, and all these things. Okay, so now let us say, like, let's remove, like, all these cookies. Okay, so let me close all these things. Okay, so for removing all the cookies, we have delete all cookies method. Delete all cookies method. Okay, so now after first, like, I'm printing, like, all these values. Okay, and then I'm using driver dot manage dot delete all cookies. I'm deleting all the cookies. Okay, now again I will capture the cookies. Okay, system dot okay, I'll say deleted all cookies. Okay, I have deleted all the cookies. Okay, just to give some space. Like, now what I'm doing is I'm trying to read all the cookies here. Okay, I'll print it here. Okay, uh, since I have already, okay, let me just, okay, so if you see this one, okay, what I have done here, first let me, instead of, like, using the same thing, let me use a different set name here. Okay, so first I have opened this side and I'm going through all the cookies and printing all the cookie details. Okay, now I have deleted all these cookies that are set for this driver. Now I'm trying to read the cookies again. Okay, this is again set 2 I have to use. So now what we have to do, it has to be empty. I should not get any of these details now because I have already deleted all these cookies here. You understand the concept behind this, what I am trying to show you. First, I have opened this site, okay, and I'm reading all the cookies and I'm showing all the details here. Now, I have deleted all the cookies here, okay. I have deleted all the cookies here and since I have deleted all the cookies, I should not get any cookie details here, okay, because I have deleted all the cookies. You got it? Got the point here?
Yes,
Okay.
clear. Sir.
Okay, now let me run this one, run as Java application. Okay, so it has loaded completely. See, the first one, it printed all the cookies, and then I have deleted all the cookies and I'm printing deleted all cookies. And once the cookies are deleted, there is no information after this one because all the cookies are deleted here. Got it? Everyone? You got it here because I have deleted all the cookies. I'm not able to get any cookies here because I have already deleted all the cookies using this driver.manage.delete all cookies. Okay, so this is about cookies. You can try the other methods also. For example, I want to no, we generally don't add any cookies generally. Okay, delete a cookie. Okay, we can delete one particular cookie and cookie named. Okay, we can give the name of the cookie. Here we are printing this cookie, right? So we can delete a cookie based on the name and all those things. Okay, but generally we use delete all cookies method if you want to really delete any cookies. Okay, so I showed you just get cookies method and delete cookies method. If you want to try you can try these other methods also on this one. Okay, any questions on this one on cookies part? Okay, fine. And let us see what are the other chapters we have. So we have disable push notifications, accept insecure certificates, interview questions. Okay, and then we have synchronization and the JavaScript executor and working with tables. Okay, I'll try to finish all these remaining ones in the next 2 days, Thursday and Friday. Then we'll be left with 3 weeks. We'll see. So what are the other chapters that we have in this one? So Selenium, we have page object model, Excel operations, how to do test engine. Maven, we have started this one, so it won't be much difficult for you now. So you have all started creating these Maven projects, right? Instead of working on the normal projects, just work on these Maven projects. Okay, Log4j2, Jenkins, database testing frameworks, and then we have a project, and then we have BDD framework and Git. Okay, yeah, fine. Any questions so far for anyone? Okay, okay, fine then. We'll talk tomorrow. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sir. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Hello, Subbu.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
okay,
Yes, Nandini.
అది